Alright everybody, today's video I'm going to be showing you how you can get some points back on your word slam or your vocabulary study plans. I'm going to be showing you a website that I found a couple of years ago. It is a really good vocabulary learning website. It's awesome. It's called vocabulary.com. So I'm using my iPad since I know most of you guys have iPads, just so that you guys can see what you need to do on an iPad. Obviously, if you're on a desktop or computer or a laptop, it's going to be a little bit easier. The steps aren't all that different since you're using a web browser. But without any further ado, let's get started. So you open up your browser of choice. I prefer Google myself, so that's the one I go with. It's called vocabulary.com is the website, and you do have to create an account in order to play specific lists. If you're wanting to choose lists and play them, you have to log in. You can search for lists, but I think you have to actually have an account in order to play them, or at least in order to save the results of them, so that you can send them to me. And that's going to be the ultimate goal of this, is for you to send me the results of whichever list that you play. So you will need to sign in. Since I already have an account, I am going to show you guys how to create one by creating an account for my son, Jaden. So here's how you go. So you come up here and you hit the sign up button, okay, or click on it. Now it gives you some options on how you can sign up. Okay, you can sign up with Google, with Facebook, signing up as a student, or as an educator. Obviously you guys are not going to sign up as an educator because y'all are not teachers. So you're either going to sign up as a student. You can use your school email, or if you have a personal email, you can use that. Or if you have a Google account, or your parents can also sign on using Facebook or their Google. Either one, it doesn't matter. But the easiest one for you guys, so that your name shows up, you can have your name show up, is to sign up using as a student, and that's how I'm going to sign up for you guys, or so that you guys can show. So it asks some questions about you, because basically it's making your profile. You put in your birth date. So my son's birthday is November. Okay. Then it asks for the username, but right underneath here it says this is public. Do not use your real name. Okay, so you're going to need to put in a fake name or a nickname or something. Please make sure it's school appropriate, just in case your username pops up on your work, or something like that. So my son, Jay, and then he likes hippos. So that is the name that I'm using for my son. And then it asks, since he's a minor, and since you guys are minors also, it's going to ask for your parents' email address. Okay? So I'm going to put this down here because I'm going to use my personal email. So using your parents' email, y'all are going to need to make sure that your parents are aware that they might get an email from vocabulary.com that's going to, basically it's going to do is validate your account. It says it's going to activate it, but your account is already going to be activated after you log in. So it's basically all it's going to do is validate your account. And then it asks you to create a password. Okay. There we go. All right. So after you put in your parents' email address, it asks you to create a password, and then you do the whole "I'm not a robot" thing. Then it's going to ask you to do something. Sometimes it will, sometimes it won't. So in this case, I'm selecting images with chimneys, and that's it. And it hits create the account. Okay, I'm not saving. It says, please ask your parent to check their inbox for the confirmation email. Ask them to click the link to activate your account. After they confirm the account, you can hit continue. Is it not going to let me do it? Of course it's not. So, okay, they updated the website. So your parents are going to have to finish. They're going to have to activate the account. Okay, so it took a little bit for the email to go through, but once I activated the account and hit continue, it came to this screen here, and this is where you can put in your real name, where it's not shared with the public and everything like that. So again, this account is for my son. So he's a student. He's kind of in the first grade. His name is Jaden York. Now this is how, whatever the nickname is, that's how other people are going to see you. So if you put in a nickname here, please make sure that I understand who that's from, because especially if you're sending me the list with your name on it, I need to be able to know who it is. Okay, so if it's a nickname, please make sure that I am either aware of your nickname or something like that. Okay. He doesn't have really a school in the Killeen ISD or any independent school district. He's at a private school. So after everything is filled in, I can hit get started. All right. And then should not have had my thing up there, but we'll figure it out. All right. So now you can choose a list. All right. There. Now it's not so bright. So now you can go through and choose a list. You can choose any list. We have book lists, vocabulary from different books. We have holidays. There's featured literature lists. If you keep scrolling down, there's like test prep lists. There's some poetry terms, SATs. The ASVABs, that's a test you take in high school, and there's like 100 words on it. Something like that. Word roots, morphology and roots, that's your Greek and Latin roots, okay? That's what that section has, okay? And it has a lot of different stuff in there. There is historical documents, vocabulary from historical documents, vocab from different speeches, and then there's just for fun, all kinds of different lists that you can choose from. Now, in order for you to get the points for your list, you're going to need to choose a list that has more than 20 words. Okay? You need 20 words or more in the list in order for it to count. Okay? So if you find a list that's 14 words, it's not going to count. All right? So 20 words or more in order for you to play it. So let me find one so I can show you how to play. Let's go through morphology. We're going to be doing this one. It is bio, meaning life. And then it starts the list, okay? And then down here it says that you're currently playing a specific list. If you need to look at the words, you can return to the list of words if you want to start over. Down here, there's some hints that you can use, but if you get the hints, you're going to lose points. All right. So you need to make sure you go through and play this and everything. I'm going to stop the movie and play through the list until I get to the end so that I can have time and show you exactly what you are going to be sending to me. Okay? Okay, so I finished 10 questions and I got to this screen. I wanted to stop here and point it out to you because this is not the end. It says that you finished this round. This is not what I'm looking for as far as that. It says you're 16% completed of the list. You're looking for an indication that you are complete on the list, and that looks like a very separate screen. So once you get to this point, it just gives you kind of a status on your list, okay? It shows you, what words you just learned, how well you learned them, if you got all of them right, then you have points over here, and then your points are shown up here as well. But if you look down here, here's more points, and then it also kind of compares your points overall. Based on that, it shows you if you've made any achievements. It shows you achievement badges that you have made. And then it shows you, like down here, it'll show you how many questions are in the round. Okay. It does not tell you how many rounds you're going to have, but it will show you how many questions you answered and whether you answered them correctly or not. So I'm going to keep going. If I keep going, I just hit this little bouncing arrow and it sends me off to the next round to finish the list. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this list and get to the very, very end so that I can show you that screen. All right. Okay, so I've reached the end of the list finally. It took a while, but this is what it says when you have finished a practice session. Okay, and then also down here at the bottom, you'll see, let's make it to where is it not going to do it? There'll be a little gold check and it'll say, practice words to live by, the list that you finished, and it'll have this gold check here that indicates that you completed it. But this is the screen that you're looking for. I got 96% correct. I stumbled over a few of them, and I earned, this many points for finishing the list. So I got a lot of points for this. All right, and I ended up leveling up a few times. But I will discuss all that here in a little bit. So when you get to the end of a practice session, okay, this is the grade that I will accept in replacement for a failed word slam or vocabulary study plan grade. Okay, so all you would have to do is screenshot it, or however you screenshot it on your device, and you send me this picture, or you turn in that picture into the link that I'll provide in Schoology. Okay. And then I will, start slating those in. There were several word slam and vocabulary study plan assignments. So you will need to complete one of these practice sessions or one of these lists, no less than 20 words for each one that you failed. All right. Remember, a failing grade is 69 or below. If you made a 70 or above, I might give you some points, but I'm not going to give you this whole grade because you've already passed it, okay? This website is good. It doesn't just have to be an extra credit website. There are, some ways that you can get higher. So this is... If you remember at the beginning of the video, there was this little tadpole up here. Well, now it is a softball. So, and that is a phenome level. All right. So you can earn different achievements. Okay. So these are all of the achievements that was earned through this list. And then you can look down here and you see all of the ones that you have not learned yet, what you have to do in order to win those, okay? But there's a lot of badges that you can win, all right? Down here is the different levels that go up here. This shows how many words that you are able to master. If you master a certain number of words, then you get a badge for that. Mastering words that begin with a specific letter, you'll get badges for that. If you go on a streak, you'll get streak badges. You get day streaks, you know, how many days you've played or done this. All kinds of badges. Down here, where is it? We have walking dictionary. They kind of changed the upper levels because there used to be a SAR. There used to be a SAR level, but it's not here anymore. So they changed a lot of these. Down here we have, you know, the team stuff, those word jams or word slams that I showed you. No, those word jams that I showed you at the beginning that you needed to team for. Here's some badges for those. So there's a lot of fun stuff that you can do with this. Took a minute to load. But anyway, that is how you can get some points back on your on any failed word slams or vocabulary study plans. This is also a good way for you to build your vocabulary if you have troubles with vocabulary. Parents, if you're watching this, like I said, it's 100% free. The website itself is 100% free. There is an app on the phone. However, I do not think that the app is free. At least last time I looked, it was not free. They might have changed it when they did updates. The app may be free now. You can always go look. But I think if the app still requires payment, I think it's only like $2 or $3. Like I said, it was when last time I looked at the app, it needed to be paid for, and it was only about $2 or $3. So parents, if this is something that you're interested in doing for your kids and something to have that they have all the time, you can get the app for their phone. Otherwise, the website, like I said, is 100% free and they can just use their browser. I hope you guys have fun playing this. I know I had a lot of fun playing it on my account. I know my son is going to have a lot of fun and get you all's grades improved. All right, good luck.